Barcola. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Kvaratskhelia. Looking for options for movement. Goes in for the header! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead! What a great header, got plenty on that.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth, and it goes like a rival to get his head to the ball.
Tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part.
Just the goalkeeper. Can he put it away? No mistake. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner. And to be honest, that's how it should be.
Over to the left, played back in. Great work on the overlap. It's come through and he's had a quick look in, climbs up big! Goal! Well, if ever there was a perfect time to score, I think we just witnessed it. Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth, and it goes like a rival to get his head to the ball.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He has found the way through. Can he finish? Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He's struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
How very smart. He just got it right.
It's a simple game. A striker's job is to find the space as often as possible, and he did exactly that.
Got the ball again.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Oh, great chance! Oh, shooting chance! And that's a good ball. There's the shot! It's there! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Zaire Emery. Doué. And the ball's a good one. Shapes to shoot! He scored! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Taken off him. Doué. Doué. Hit it up to meet it. They are rampant. And the lead is 3. It is surely done. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had it where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position where it didn't seem on. It's really crafty business, that.
Gonzalo Ramos. Oh, it's Dembele. He's had a hit! And he's found the net! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Paris Saint-Germain finding their passes. Oh, well played, well played. Gonzalo Ramos! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Doué. Great position, and he shoots! He can pounce on that! He has done it! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Rui Patricio, and he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way. When it comes to connecting the team's attack and defence, positional intelligence, that's...
Chance! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
The chance to pull further clear. much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
And now he has two.
Just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
And it's Dembele. It's a goal! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. Hakimi, Dembele, Gonzalo Ramos. Oh, it's come loose, and he's away, and the finish, and it's a goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Was there ever any doubt?
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner. Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position, and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crap.
Hakimi. And Kimpembe. Here's Vitinha. Might be danger. Gonzalo Ramos! And yes, it's there! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Into this second half. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. Now it's Dembele. Just the keeper. It's Dembele! They are rampant. And they are cruising away. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Tries to get it clear. Dembele. Oh, delicate chip through. Kvaratskhelia! Oh my word, that is quite something! A finish of true class! Over the hills and far away, no catching them now! So that goal then.
Yeah, anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Well, they've made all the inroads, and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
This is a fascinating tie. Tight, exciting, energetic. Nuno Mendes flings it. Header! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they're back in front. A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager
climbs up big! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Oh, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Paris Saint-Germain draw things level on aggregate. Nuno Mendes. Interesting ball. Kvaratskhelia. And the shot! There's a goal! And that puts them back in front on aggregate. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due, and it was a brilliant setup and finish. Being harder than the final itself, Peter, I can certainly attest to that from my own experience. While you do everything to tell yourself you shouldn't get too ahead of things, it's actually harder than it seems.
Can he put it away? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Fair tumble under that challenge. Moved on forwards. Oh, good ball, shots on here. Kvara, real chance! And he hits the net!
Well, this is a terrific show of resilience and spirit. I love to see a team roll up their sleeves and force their way back. Superb. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Felt that, hasn't he? He's got away. Kvaratskhelia! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it!
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Fabian Ruiz.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Marquinhos. Can he latch on to this? Oh, he's got a... Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
Being shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, what possessed him to do that, Peter, I have no idea. It's not in keeping with the quality of the performance.
Nicely worked. He's through and all alone! And he's lost his man and the shots! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And surely that's the winner! How very smart. He just got it right.
It's a simple game. The striker's job is to find the space as often as possible, and he did exactly that. Start. Fabian Ruiz.
Dembele, he is through here. Chance! It's a goal! They have come roaring back.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance. Start. Fabian Ruiz.
Dembele, he is through here. Chance! It's a goal! They have come roaring back.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Was certainly sturdy. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the comeback is complete.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered. Frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
Looks as though there's been a call to arms here for those 6-foot plenties to head towards the penalty area.
Yeah, they've got plenty to...
Has a goal! It's in! And with that goal comes comfort.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And now he has two. Just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's there to clear it. And the shots! And more, and more, and more. And surely that settles it.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.